back to my broadcast. So last video, going to continue the story of The Legend Returns. Oh, let's see. Butcher's Blood. All jesting aside, we must tell people the good news, and I think Elise should be first. Elise should be first. Second, there is to be a meeting of representatives from across Alamigo. So she is sure to be in the city. So we seek her out? Indeed. Ooh, can I edit this? I can. 1 second, guys. Didn't change. Alright. Let's go. Oh, you three look pleased with yourselves. What have you been up to? I'm glad to ask these, and I'm pretty sure you're going to like the answer. You're joking. The Mad King's Trove? I thought it was a myth. So did plenty of people, but they didn't have Kimiko and Athena in their party. The credit for finding it should really go to them. As for what to do with it all, I voted that it go towards aggravating the suffering of Alamigo's poor gods. If there's as much as you say, I really did not exaggerate. I assure you, we could not hope to carry even a fraction of it out on our own. I have taken the liberty of sketching out a rough map of the ruins. If you will assemble a squad of your most trusted freedom fighters, they should be allowed to follow the route and where the treasure lies. Understood. I'll make sure every coin is accounted for and then goes for the spending of it as well. Thank you. Oh, there is one other thing. When time comes to draw up a plan for distributing the spoils, I would ask that you consult Alpha Node. I don't have the heads for details. I'm not educated. I see that simple handed out sack of gold simply sending out sacks of gil won't solve everything, but I couldn't rightly tell you what to do instead. Oh, I know the feeling. I've welcomed any advice you could give us, Alphanon. Of course, I shall be at your disposal. Commander, we've got a problem. Deep breaths. Tell me what's happened. A mob gathered outside headquarters and they're starting making demands. You best come and see for yourself.
Step back, all of you!
Like hells we will! We know who you've got in there!
We're not leaving till you hand her over!
Bring her out! Bring her out!
What's going on? Someone let slip about Fedora.
Fedora. That's her name. Okay.
It's true then! The bitch really is in there! I knew it! I bloody knew it! We demand vengeance! Bring her out! Today we butcher the butcher!
Butcher the... Come on, you don't mean that! We'd be no better than the Imperials if you'd all just calm down!
Calm down! That monster and her thrice damned skulls dragged my man from our home and beat him to death in the street!
Aye! And my dad! That bitch has spilt enough blood to fill a lock!
We all know her crimes. She's a traitor and a murderer. How many of your resistance friends have died at her hands, eh? And here you are, protecting her!
So that's what all the fuss is about.
Ah, Ruban. My boy.
Hearken to me, brothers and sisters of Alamigo.
Hey, who's this?
That's the Bull of Alamigo.
My friends, you are not alone in your anger, your grief, your despair, for it is mine as well. That gnawing pain in your breast, it is enough to bring an old bull to his knees. But I ask you, brothers and sisters, to think not only of the family and friends who were cut down before your very eyes, but to think also of the ones who were abducted, the ones who may yet live. Where were they taken? What became of them? These questions demand answers. I share your thirst for justice, for vengeance. But we will gain only fleeting satisfaction if we give in to our base appetites. We will never know the truth. Now is the time that we, the people of Alamigo, must decide what manner of nation we will build for ourselves, and for generations yet unborn. When they look to our example, will they see a people who held fast to their principles, or one who cast them aside when tried? I say to you, it is our responsibility to give these prisoners a fair trial, that they might answer to all of Alamigo. The Garleans called us savages, and I'll be damned if we prove them right.
I know you're right, I do. But I can't.
Oh, what am I doing? Sorry. 'Tis a difficult tide to stem. 'Twas the same rage which brought us our feet and carried us to victory, but now the war is over. All the unspent fury is being channeled into vengeance. Aye, and it's not just here. We see reports of mobs forming all over. We've been targeting folks known to have cooperated with the Garlands. It starts with insults most of often when someone picks up a stone. Some industrious souls even thought to seek out the graves of Xenos and his officers. It was grim. Insidious souls. I want to build a country where everyone, regardless of race or origin, can live side by side in peace, but maybe that time isn't right. Maybe people just aren't ready. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. The representatives will be here soon, and I'd be damned if I'm going to give up before I've even begun. Who are these representatives exactly? Oh, village elders, refugee leaders, and the like. It wouldn't be right for us to delegate the nation's future on our own, so we planned a summit of sorts. We're even invited the Antana and Quarian to participate. Alameda stands at a crossroads, and this meeting will decide which path it takes. The matter of Cordara's tactics cannot be suffered to spark proceedings. Then let's execute her and be done with it. So you herself asked to be put to death? Nago, I already explained why we couldn't do that. Sending her to the gallows might satisfy people right now, but where would it end? Should we round up everyone who collaborated and everyone who didn't resist? There would be no one left, and we'd be no better than Theodore and Xenos. Begging your pardon, but might I be allowed to speak with Leota? Only I caught a glimpse of her past. A moment of it, anyway, during the fight. She's done terrible things, unforgivable things, but in some ways she's a victim of the circumstances in which she was born in. And that's something I can understand. Alright, speak with the prison guard, and when you're ready, now come and join me. I want to speak to her too. I'll return to my other duties then. We've barely begun to investigate the faculties where they gave her power. Facilities where they gave Fedoria her power. Be fairly warned, friends. She will test you. Don't let your emotions color your judgments when she does. With a commander is permission to enter then. Yes. Let's go.
Well. So many visitors. Come to have a good laugh, have you? Or do you mean to put me out of my misery? To finish what you started. It's about bloody time.
That's not why we're here, no. Do you remember what I said? How I promised you you'd live long enough to see us win our freedom? Well, I meant it. And not to mock you either.
You're wasting your time. All of this is pointless! There's no reason to keep me alive, and you know it! I killed your men. I killed my men! And you know what my only regret is? That I didn't kill you when I had the chance!
That's a lie, and you know it! You think we can't tell what you're trying to do? That we're blind? Yeah, you're a fool, but you're not stupid. You're ruthless. Relentless. You'd give up anything and everything to get what you want. You didn't come this far, climbing over the bodies of your own brothers and sisters just to piss it all away. I see you, Fedora. I see you for what you are.
Oh god, Echo. Memories.
Come along, Fadola. We mustn't be late. The Imperial Viceroy will be attending today's banquet.
All right! Father, what's Lord Gaius like? Is he nice? Are you friends?
There you go again with all your questions. Lord Gaius is a great and honourable man who looks after all of Alamigo. He's very busy, and if we don't hurry, we'll miss our chance to see him.
Black mage and a healer. Get up.
Filthy tin-head lovers.
Father, what did that man call us?
The little tin-head lover doesn't know what she is, eh? A traitor, sweetheart. A backstabbing bitch who'd gladly betray her kith and kin to gnaw on what few scraps the Imperials deign to toss her. Like your bastard father and whore mother.
That's not true! My parents are good people! They've never done anything like that!
Oh, but they were quick to help themselves and their bitch spawn, weren't they? You're just as guilty as them.
Fadola!
Traitors!
Please, you have to do something. My husband and daughter are in danger.
Soldiers of the Imperial Army are under no obligation to intervene in the disputes of Arn.
We're citizens. We have rights.
I'm scared.
It's all right. It's all right. They don't understand, but they'll see in time. They'll see that this is the only way to survive.
Traitors! Traitors!
Man.
Let the savages have their fun. They'll be more compliant once they've tired themselves out.
Fadela, please! You already have citizenship. Why would you want to become a soldier? Oh, gods! What have you done to your face?
Forgotten it already, have you? I'm honoring Father's memory.
By telling the world that you know better than a common savage.
Am I though, Mother? Are any of us? Can't you see? Citizenship means nothing to them. If you're not a pure-blood Garlean, you're no different from any other savage. So I'll play the part. I'll join the Legion and I'll make them respect me. And when the mob see that, they'll think twice before throwing their stones. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn. It's time. It'll be hard. Humiliating. They'll try to break us. Send us crawling back to our own kind. But we won't, no matter what. We'll bleed for them, die for them if we have to. We'll do whatever it takes to be free!
See, isn't that just how, like, all villains? It's just all about perspective. Just like Lex Luthor thinking, like, I could save the world by getting rid of all aliens. AKA Superman.
So, you mean to play the part one last time, eh? The unrepentant traitor whose death will serve to unite the people?
Shut up.
You had every chance to kill yourself. Fashion a noose from your clothes. Wait for the guards to leave you alone long enough to slip it over your neck.
I said shut up!
Oh, but then it would have all been for nothing, wouldn't it? Whatever it takes. That's what you said.
Been in my head, have you? Had a little peek at my past? And what? A few stolen memories tell you everything you need to know, do they? Don't you dare patronize me! You don't know a god's damned thing about the life I've led! The bastards that killed him. The bastards that let it happen. My father deserved better! I swore I'd do whatever it took to make them pay!
Memory now. Been inside her head now. Our head.
You. All that power. All that pain. It's too much. Too much for anyone. The things they've done to you. The lies. The betrayal. The endless fighting. Yet there you stand. Unbroken. How? Why?
Because I'm the warrior of light, baby. Because I choose to. Yes.
Damn you. Damn you all.
You still have time, Fordola. Think about how you want to spend it. Let's go.
Echoes of an echo. I don't know that you solved anything correctly, but we've given further something to think about at least. I found something new to think about too. I don't know about you, Kimiko, but visions only come to me every now and then from the way Flora kept wincing, though I get the feeling she's having them almost all the time. That's a lot of bad memories to deal with. I wonder, could there be some fundamental differences between one who is born with the echo and one who has been artificially imbued with it? Well, the Imperial Immortal Flames have been scoring the research facility over ever since the liberation. There's a chance there might be some answers for us. General Aldean's there overseeing the investigation. Let's go pay him a visit, shall we? General Albion is inside, eh? Will you join him? Yes. They should have burned this place to the ground and be done with it. Hey now, we need answers, yo. So many bodies. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Sea of bodies. I wouldn't even noticed it until he said something. Or if they put in a cutscene. Come on, let's talk to him. Let's do. You spoke to Pedro? Excuse me, I take it? Yes, as expected, she didn't say very much, but it wasn't a total waste of time. Another noticed something odd about her. He thinks she might be having visions almost constantly, which is not how the echoes normally works. Have you found anything here that might explain why it is so different for her? We've been hard-pressed just to organize the research material, let alone study them. But, to be frank, I'd welcome the science expert assistance if you have time to lend a hand. My boy right here. For a race with no innate capacity to manipulate ether, the Gallians have conducted some exceedingly elaborate etheric experiments. Meaning they can't use magics. Can I go up here? I can. Oh, what the? Throw you on the table. Damn, there is a lot of bottles. Leave this section. Alright. All the pods are designed to drain the ether of the occupant. Save that one right there. Unlike the others, the interior has been fitted with an array of sensors to measure etheric wave forms. So, what purpose, however, I couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. Well, let's look at it up. The device in which Creel was held seems even more ominous now you know its purpose. The surrounding pods are marked supply subjects, while this one bears the label Master Subject. The Ironworks received a request from the Alliance to analyze these devices, and I've been recording everything of interest. Did you notice the labeling? Excuse me. All the pods are designed to drain the ether of the occupant, save that one right there. I just read that. Anyway, unlike the others, the interior has been fitted with an array of sensors and other... Yeah, that's good. So many bodies, every one of them a victim of these experiments. Few show any sense of external injury. From what we've been able to determine, they perished from forcible ether extraction. Such a miserable way to die. Yeah, we almost died that way because of that one boss in the city, the doctor, mad scientist, soul extraction. I know little and less of science, so any light you can shed on the facility's operations would be much appreciated. Kimiko, shall we start with you? Well, bloody. Taken in combination with the testimonies of Krail and Thancred, I do begin to see exactly what the Imperials were attempting here. The enhancement procedures entailed infusing a single candidate with ether to siphon from a multitude of supply subjects. As for a master subject, in that case Krill, the patterns of her etheric activity would provide the model upon which they would artificially engineer the candidate's aurora. In other words, that they were using or trying to recreate Kriel's echo. I believe so, which would explain our prisoner's present state. Kriel is possessed of a unrivaled ability to hear the whispers of the soul, and it seems plausible that the procedure engendered the same acute sensitivity in Fedorla. The soldiers who guard Fedorla's, many of them lost friends and family to the scrolls. Nope. What's up? Sorry, my cat. What are you doing? Go down. 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 And there's a sentry at the door, right, night and day, but she can't help sensing their thoughts and seeing their past. You don't just see their past, you live it. All the emotions, all the pain. Imagine what it'll do to you. You'd never be the same again. Indeed, as you may recall, Estel was completely transformed by a single glimpse of Reisvalga's past. Fedorla has been forced to experience the agony of those whose lives can see destroyed. The guilt must be unbearable. That explains her request to be executed. Sounds to me like a kind of justice, regardless. She can suffer on for now. We have more pressing matters to consider. If the result of the experiments have been relayed back to Garlemald, there will be naught to stop the Empire from repeating the trick. They could give the echo to anyone, to an elite legion, to an entire legion. We must be ready. We must learn all we can for these god-forsaken procedures, and Fedorla remains our best source of information. She'll not be getting her wish, not yet. Right. Keep faith, lass. If you're to convince the others to follow you, you must believe what you're telling them. People will respond to passion, but not if it's fake. I understand. Thank you, Johnny. We should lead the flames to it. Let's go. More water. Well, I'm gonna call it a time. That's right. I go looking for answers about the Echo and end up getting schooled by Robob. Yet more evidence that I don't know what I'm doing. It's no wonder people listen to him and not me. General Alden is a veteran of countless campaigns, Elise. You cannot compare yourself to a commander of his experience. I know, but I also know that I couldn't have convinced that mob to give up and go home. It makes me realize how much we rely on his authority and how much I still have to learn. I wonder what he'll do when everything here is settled. I mean, it's his homeland after all. After going to the trouble of winning it back, might he not want to stay? Tis a quandary which countless refugees now face, to continue the life they built in Odal or start again in the land of their birth. Can we go a moment? I am newly returned from Elda with a message from the Sultana. Her Grace is, dare says an audience with you. She understands that you have responsibilities here, but asks that you visit the palace at the earliest convenience. Well, I must away and attend to other business. Until next time, my friends. An audience with the Sultana, depending on the nature of her consultant, this might be the perfect opportunity to inquire about the General's future plans. Yes, we'll all like to know about those. Athanad. But not everyone's as comfortable interrogating royalty as you. Take no notice of him, Kimiko. Echoes of Echoes complete. Done did it. Alright, I'm gonna call it time here. Thank you for watching my broadcast with you. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace, and stay funky.